There are two ways at looking at life at Loopy, and both would be pretty fun. One is to just enjoy it for the fun cartoon that it is. The other is to look at it as a bit of a commentary on how attitudes can change towards people based on prejudice. This is, of course, a Loopy cartoon from 1960. It's directed by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera and written by Warren Foster. And we have a voice cast including Daws Butler and Don Messick. And usually when I discuss Loopy de Loop, I don't go into that much spoiler detail, but I have to explain what I mean by my earlier comment. So there will be spoilers from now as I discuss what happens, but I won't discuss every tiny aspect of the cartoon. It starts off with Loopy talking to a therapist, and the rest, or the majority of the rest of the cartoon, is in flashback, and we find out about how Loopy wanted to have a master, and this master was shopping for a dog, and they see Loopy de Loop, and they decide to take Loopy home. And things are going really well. The human loves Loopy de Loop, and Loopy de Loop's getting to sleep in the bed. Well, brilliant bit of animation with the master sleeping in the basket. Absolutely loved it. And everything is going really well, but the master thinks Loopy de Loop is a dog. And we get a little bit of time of them spending time together, and then Loopy de Loop actually does something pretty great, actually. I won't spoil it all by saying exactly what happens, but he does something rather courageous. But then his master catches him in a bit of a sticky situation where it looks like he's done something wrong. And Loopy de Loop reveals that actually he's a wolf. And as soon as his master finds out that he's actually a wolf, he kicks him out. And this is the bit that I thought was really interesting. Yes, you can enjoy it as a fun story or a fun backstory for Loopy de Loop, and I like the whole setup with the therapist. I thought that was really great, very well done. But here we see somebody changing the way they treat somebody because of that preconceived notion of what they think wolves are like. And knowing that he is a wolf technically doesn't change anything. It shouldn't change their relationship. Loopy de Loop isn't changing his behaviour. Nothing should change. But because his master now knows that he is a wolf, immediately he thinks, well, I need to treat him the way I think I should be treating wolves, because he's going to be acting in a way that wolves act. And that's not fair. And I think that in that moment, it provides something a little bit more deep and meaningful. But if you don't want to read into it too much, you can just enjoy it as a fun cartoon about Loopy de Loop going to the therapist and lamenting his past. But I think it's nice that we have something, a message that's a little bit more important. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done. I thought everything about this worked really well. The narrative flowed really well. Brilliantly animated, of course. And I think it might be one of my favourite Loopy de Loops so far. Granted, I've only seen a smallish handful. I still have many more to go, and I'm looking forward to them. Generally, they're really good. I think there was maybe one that I've seen that I didn't enjoy, but the rest of them have been really entertaining, and thankfully, Life with Loopy was no exception. I thought this was pretty impressive, and if you're a fan of Loopy de Loop, or even if you're new to Loopy de Loop, I think Life with Loopy is one that's definitely worth checking out.